Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 4. This is Episode 9. Last episode, I said it was Episode 9. I goofed. It was 8. This is 9. And in the last episode, we got ourselves some mushroom cows, as you guys can see. And we dove into a little bit of shenanigans. We placed in some more mushrooms and things over here. We got some mushroom cows down there, and I haven't seen any comments or any concerns yet. Because, as always, I record when I can, so we're doing a little bit of back-to-back recording, which is nice. Getting these episodes and things done. So, that's pretty much all we did. Just having fun, throwing ourselves a little bit further into the food war. Now, yep, that's a thing. Now, in this episode, I would like to step away from the pranks and shenanigans and start looking at potentially building a staircase that goes up from both sides, basically from about where the storage room is and the animal room up to the top of the base here. And I have a couple of ideas, but before we do that, when I first built this roof, this copper roof here, I liked it, but I also talked about potentially letting it oxidize and have all the stages of oxidation throughout the roof. And I think I've changed my mind because I really, really like the regular copper blocks. And, you know, you know, you know, you got to put your wings on before you can fly. And I think from a distance, this thing is quite nice. It's vibrant, it sticks out, it stands out, especially on the hilltop. And as I said, I really, really like the copper. Love it, love it, love it. So, what I've gone and done is this stage of copper, we are going to hit it with some wax, and we're going to let it only go to stage 1. And I think I'm going to let a few more blocks oxidize before we start waxing the rest. So this is the second oxidation stage block right here. We have waxed this thing and waxed this one here. I keep coming around and just kind of waxing, a few here, a few there, and we want to do that. I think we're going to keep them the copper and this stage, and that is it, because I like the vibrant orange. Now again, the fully oxidized blocks do look good with the build palette that we use. We found that out last season when we were working on the base, but just like last season, we have a snow problem, and I don't like it. I don't like it. We had this problem last season, and I didn't like it then. So, we need to find a solution. So I came into creative fully prepared to spend a lot of time looking for ways to block snow. I started placing down some blocks like twisting vines, cobwebs, even the pointed dripstone. That's what it's called. I was going to call it dripstone, but it's pointed dripstone. And I figured something out very, very quickly. I was prepared to spend an hour or so testing different things, and obviously I have it snowing. This is a creative copy of Truly Bedrock after I built the dome, before we built the outbuildings. And, of course, we have this fully oxidized stuff and things happening here because I haven't been paying attention to this, and I also upped the random tick speed to test some other things that we will talk about momentarily. But as you guys can see, I figured out something. This guy right here. Glow lichen, right? This was added in part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update, and it can be found pretty much in a lot of caves. There's a piece right there. There's a piece right here. And I've noticed that, yes, obviously torching up your caves is a must need, but places that have glow lichen frequently have a few less spawns than other places. So I think that was the initial reason for its idea or inception into the game, is to help spawning because of the way the caves have been changed. And I never really paid this block no mind. But as you can see, it stops snow. It does go wherever we want it to, and because it is a light source, it gives off a nice glow. So I think if we were to turn off the snow and just kind of focus on the top of the base here, I think that this could look really, really cool. Having just glow lichen all over the base. Now, it does look like it does grow downwards. And that's a weird thing right there. But I don't really want this on the side of the block. But on the top of the block, it would look great. If I have to put, like, string, I guess we will. And it's probably inevitable that some of this is going to connect. I'm not sure if this stuff really grows. Or if... what it really does. But I know it blocks snow. I know it's going to add a little bit of glow to the top of our base. And from a distance, and what we are going to be looking at our base, all we're going to see is glowing. And I think that's cool, right? I do. And if you guys didn't know, at nighttime you can see powdered snow very, very easy. It is a different shade than regular snow. I noticed this a while back. We have the leather boots on us for protection, but if you're traveling at night, it's easier to see the powdered snow and where you need to stay away. Now, what I was testing over here, and the reason that there is a bunch of oxidized stuff, I upped the tick rate because if you place down a glow lichen, you cannot place top snow on it. And as you guys know, we can craft top snow layers, or snow layers rather, but you can't place it on top of glow lichen. So I was looking for a neat way to light up my base, light up the outside area. Placing snow on top of here, if we go in and we set the tick speed, let's just bump this to a crazy, crazy number, like 1,000. It will delete the snow layers, right? If we were to place a block on top, it'll still delete the snow layers. Now, over here is something neat. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3 blocks. This is the 4th block down. We can take any kind of slab or stair and the light is still emitted through. And then if we stack snow layers on top, even creating a full block, which this is a full block and it doesn't matter. You can create another full block on the outside here. None of this is getting deleted because of the light, and we still have light shining through. So utilizing snow layers and dropping a light level way down, we can actually create a neat lighting effect on the base corner here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, light source. Slab at the top, snow layer. And I mean, we can do this in obvious different heights. And we can create some pretty neat things, I think, on the sides of our base, which is really nice. And look at that. It's all green. Oh, man. So we can kind of get a precursor to what this would look like if we let it fully oxidize. And again, as I said moments ago, this doesn't look bad. But I like the orange better. So we're going to let a few more blocks oxidize into the first stage of oxidation, this one right here, and then we are going to pretty much wax the entirety of our roof. But we need to get our hands on some glow lichen. Yeah, I definitely like the copper better. Now, I have myself a few pieces of glow lichen here, and I've kind of let this one just hang out, because I don't know if this actually grows. I know I had it on the side of some blocks in the creative testing world, but I did bump up the tick speed and I didn't see any there. It might have hit the side from me placing it, I don't know. But with all the time that I've spent here and the pieces that were just kind of hanging out down here that I showed you guys, none of that I've seen grown. So I don't think it grows naturally. But the nice thing about glow lichen is you can place it on the top of a block, you can place it on the bottom of a block, you can place it on any side. Does not matter. So this is a relatively nice block. The only bad thing is you don't get it back when you break the block. And I knew that, and I should have got it before I just broke my block. So you are going to need a set of shears, obviously, to collect it, right? There is one other thing that we can do that I found out, and I didn't know. I didn't know anything about glow lichen. Not even a little bit. And I wish I would have known about this stuff or messed around with it in the last season, because I think this would have been better than putting the circle thing that we did up in the roof, or up in the spawn limit of the world. Build limit, that's the what I'm looking for. And it would have done exactly what I wanted it to do. It would have created a glowing effect on my base, and it would have stopped snow. But we can bone meal this stuff, and it will grow. It will grow different ways. It'll grow up, it'll grow down, it'll grow with some bone meal. So, I can sit here and set up a wall of glow lichen and shear it as I need to, or I can simply just go up to the top roof here and I think we can get away with wasting some of our bone meal. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh boy. Maybe in the corner there wasn't a good example, but let's... Am I going to have to shovel off snow? I might have to. Yeah, see? It'll grow 2 blocks, and we just waste some of our bone meal, which is nice that we have the bone meal. I wouldn't call it a factory, but we have the bone meal. So, I think what I'm going to do is a combination of things. I think we're going to start waxing some blocks. Ooh, there's another one. And we're going to start growing our lichen up here, which is going to take some time. I think... Yeah, I think I want to keep this more copper than I want to keep it or let it oxidize, right? I really, really like it, and I think this is gonna turn out super, super cool. So, I need to grab some beeswax, I need to grab some stuff and things, and just start bone mealing this. In hopes that it goes this way. If not, we can always just do that. And this is gonna eat up some bone meal. For sure. Well, you guys would have seen hopefully a time lapse of this build here, and it's looking pretty good. I do love the subtle glow, which is what we were going for. Looking at this thing from up above kind of looks weird with all the different glow lichen, but from a distance, which is what we are going to see this thing at most of the time, this thing looks great. It's got a nice glow to the ceiling, a nice glow and flow to the base overall. Now, I did not have enough glow lichen to cover the entirety of this, so I had to go AFK for a while, and it looks like I missed quite a bit when it comes to waxing the copper blocks. Now, I don't mind it. The only part that I really don't like is like this concentration of blocks back here, and then this concentration up here. So, we'll let it go for now, and worst case scenario, what I can do is I can actually wax some of these blocks, because I have some down in the storage room, and we can go change them out. It's no big deal. No big deal. Now, this is something I didn't know you could do. I did not know you could actually just wax these in a crafting table. And that is a 4x4, which means we shouldn't be able to craft it back, right? Something like that. I just wanted to see. Yeah, you can't do that. It makes sense. It makes sense that you would do it this way. I'm so mad at myself now. Wanting to get this roof done, I just put the blocks up and figured we'd wax it later. Come to find out, we could wax it now. So I talked about this area and kind of this concentration of blocks, but this concentration also right here I don't like. I have gone and waxed all of it, and I think if it bothers me too much, we'll fix it off camera. We're not going to do any more on camera. Now, you guys also would have seen this right here, and what I've kind of done is gotten a little bit of an archway-ish staircase going that I think is going to work pretty good. Originally, I wanted to start at this square and kind of work my way right around the outside edge of the base, but I didn't like it. I wanted some space to be able to kind of work in this area, so I think I've got a shape that I like. The next thing that we're going to need to do is probably start placing in, you know, some kind of slab area, and we're gonna need to start stepping this area up like so. I'm hoping this works. If we would have come this way, it would have been pretty much just a staircase that followed along the outside edge of the base, but like I said, I do want this little bit of space back here just in case. And so the next thing that I've got to do is start figuring out how to go about this, which is going to be tricky. This side isn't going to be too bad. It's this side that's going to be kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. Doing an angular staircase is going to be fun. So, I think I'm going to go with these three style of slabs here, and we're going to work our way to the top, and then be able to come outside, which is going to be real nice. And then I think from here we're going to have a staircase that leads up into a central section, or maybe we will branch off somehow, some way. I want to get this all tied in and then think about what we want to do here. Oh, attempt one did not go so good. I cleared out the netherrack so we could see this, and oh my goodness, that is not great. That is not great. So I think what I can do potentially is, instead of wanting this to be out so far, we could actually use the curvature of the base and try to set up something else. I know that this point right here is where I want to end at the top, so we're gonna have to tear this out and try again. I've never made a circular or curved staircase, rather, so I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. So I think what we're gonna do is try what I kind of had originally is the archway, but the problem with what I had for an arch is it didn't really line up on both sides. This arch that I had here was different than this arch that I had over here. So let's try again. I think we've carved out a much better archway now. Key is, though, we've got to get it up that high, which could prove to be simultaneously tricky and interesting at the same time. I think what we're going to have to do right now, we've got it marked out with netherrack, and I think we're going to have to get rid of that and figure out a block palette that's worth building with. So cobbled deep slate wouldn't be a bad one. Maybe some deep slate bricks, and maybe some regular basalt could look pretty good. Yeah. And I think what we need to do is find the center, which is going to be right here. Right in here is going to be our center point of this build. Oh, but we have to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to get the height. So it could be quite interesting, to say the least. Oh boy, boy, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just build this thing up with deep slate for now, right? And then we will come back and place in some better blocks and mix the textures and things to match. Huh? That was weird? Little bit of block lag? Little bit. So I think we can just come up with this. Again, like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is well outside of my wheelhouse. So we're just gonna give it a shot. Give it our best educated guess. And hope for the best. I should go back to pranks. Pranks were easier. Oh, than curved staircases. So this thing gets rather skinny right here. And then we have our exit. So we're just gonna have to potentially do something like that. And like that, and then maybe in there? Yeah. Like I said, this gets skinny. We can always widen this out if we need to, but I don't think we will. And I think I have this figured out. There we go. So, should be pretty simple start, right? Come in here like so. Like so. Like so. Starting to build it up. And I think we're just gonna do that. This is where things start transitioning to a different height. And we can't just come straight across, right? So that's got to come like that. Like that. Are we doing it? So I think this one needs to go like that, and then so close. So close. What we could do, rather than matching this height, this predetermined height that I came up with, I could go ahead and get rid of this and let the staircase do what it's going to do. Where we come up here, and then we can have we could have this portion like this. We did... Come on. If we did like that, that would be perfect. And then we can carry, you know, this way. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we have the staircase completely figured out, right? We have a mirrored section on this side, and then we have some stairs going outside because I placed these windows in. And I want this to kind of look like this. Unfortunately, having glass here and having a doorway entrance here doesn't look that great, and we put windows over on that side, which was the plan all along. I don't think that we can actually put windows over here because of the roof line. Yeah. We could. Ooh. I think we'll end up putting a window like right here. But it's gonna look kind of weird because of the stairs. This stair would connect if I placed it in here. But I do want to get some details worked out on the side of this base, and as you guys can see, I also started doing a little bit of work up here. So I put this glass ring in, and I think we're going to fill the center with blackstone. Not deep slate, blackstone. To keep the roof line the way it is. And I think that's going to look nice. And we can do either another curved staircase this way, or we can just kind of go straight up into the middle of it, which I think would be fine if we just did stairs going up. And we're going to have to work that out. But the next thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to get this guy kind of pushed in this hole right here. And then take a stair and just have it right here. So now if we were to eat, boom, we can refill it with this guy right here. And I mean, if we wanted to, we could do a little bit of a design on the whole front side of this section anyway. I don't like this. I think we would need some different stairs. Maybe we won't mess with it too much, but yeah. I tried to polish deep slate stairs. I did not like it. But I do like this right here. I love the deep slate bricks. This looks so good. And now we have a way up. So, before we finish up for today, I think I want to get this finished up if I have enough blackstone and try to get a staircase from here up to there. I think we did it. I think we have exactly what I wanted. A few things have changed since the last clip, and I did try to do a staircase that came up this way and then spread out to this side as well as this side, and I just did not like what it was doing and the design that it was putting right here. I do like this, though. A little ladder, a little simple way up. Like I said before, we are going to have a telescope here and maybe some other things. I don't know yet. I don't have a 100% plan yet, but this is nice. I really do love the way that this turned out. I am gonna have to get some torches down, a little bit of torch spam, because this area is going to be very, very dark. This way we don't have any mobs spawning. Now, the bottom section here, we also did change out just a little bit. I put in some design here into the wall, and I mean, it looks all right. We got our mushroom cow down here. You can kind of see him. No big deal. This makes it nice for us to get more stew when we're at least at our base. But I really do like the way this area is turning out. And so far, so good. Now, many more plans to come with this base area, but as far as everything's going, I think this is looking very, very nice. I did set up this little section here so that we could come in and out of the base unobstructed, and also we wouldn't have to worry about getting our face blown off by some creepers and stuff, right? Or zombies coming into our base and hanging out. The back side of the base, where I originally had planned to have a back exit that could connect up to all this stuff, I have since closed it off, and I think we're going to leave it that way. I don't honestly think we're going to use this as an exit, so what I'm probably going to do is grab some snow to cover this section up. So as far as the aesthetics of the base go, I think it's looking really, really good. I love the way that this thing has kind of turned out. And really the only thing left to do is an entrance. We need some kind of entrance coming to this area here, and then of course doing up this area as well as that area, and then I do have plans for expanding out the downstairs area. There's going to be more farms and stuff. I need to get some glass and maybe start collecting honey. I think we're good on honeycomb for a while. But yeah, back to base work instead of the fungus pharaoh that we did last episode. I loved that comment. I really did. I just saw it as I was recording this video. It is the most funny thing. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. A lot of work went into the base, and again, you guys will have to let me know what you think about the oxidation of the roof. I'm 50-50 on it. I could go either way. But we are out of recording time for today. I need to get this video edited and rendered and hopefully uploaded today as well. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you guys know the routine. Like, comment, subscribe, check the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.